What is going on, everyone? Back in Miami doing another episode of the Principals Podcast. Today, we got a very special guest on the podcast named Ethan Duran, my man. Let me shake your hand.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me.
Man, so Miami's your home, man. Your second home,
No,
first
not
home?
even close, bro. I hate Miami. You know
Really?
this.
You left, though. You were here, but then you left.
Uh, Technically, I never really left because I've always owned the place here. This time around, I don't know if you saw, but I bought a building, and then basically kind of needed to be here again.
Yeah.
So we got a house. It's funny because I bought the building for the business, but I actually rented the house. It's funny. But no, we got the house there, and then it's up in like 2-3 months. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come be here, force myself to be here, and for the first time ever, I'm actually enjoying it. But it's been like 2 weeks, so give it time.
Mm.
Usually, bro, I can't be in Miami within like 3 days.
You get distracted, you feel, or no?
It's not even distracted, bro. It's just like there's just so much things that I'm involved in New York, like with everything going on. Like the city kind of like I don't want to say everything because that would just be too much, but there's something where I'm always involved in the city that kind of just comes back to me. And then if I'm not there, sometimes I just like miss out on certain things, miss out on certain opportunities that just need to be kind of handled. Not like before where it was like little things. It's more so like, okay, now we're talking about a couple 7 figures, 8-figure things sometimes where it's like, okay, well, if I'm not there, it kind of like I'm irresponsible in a sense. And then at the same time, Miami gives me this feeling of like just like complacent. It makes me feel complacent. As in New York, you see my apartment in New York. I wake up and I see like, cars moving, so everything going.
Opportunity, right?
Not even opportunity, bro. But yes, that will be the main thing at the beginning. But now it's more like, okay, I gotta go. Like, I gotta keep going. So like my whole house in New York, I'm on the 73rd floor. I got a bird's eye view, right? The whole house, except for like the middle areas, is glass, floor ceiling windows. And I don't mean like, oh, here, like little patches. I mean the whole entire thing. There's not a single place that's like outer that doesn't have glass. There's no things in between to hold, nothing. It's just all glass. So I wake up to like everybody working, people in traffic, people doing things, getting things done, moving along the way. It's just like, okay, cool. What am I doing that I'm not there? Somebody's already beating me to it, or maybe like competing with somebody else, but also like, like somebody's already getting to it. So like it just puts me in that mindset of like, let's go, let's do it. And it just motivates me a little bit more than in Miami. I kind of feel like more complacent.
That's crazy. You're one of the first people that I met that says New York's better than Miami.
So much better.
Really,
It's
that's
not
kind
that
of
I'm saying,
crazy.
it's a fact.
Really,
It's a fact.
that's the first time I've heard that. I mean, but I respect it, man. What would you say? Because obviously New York is a blue state. With the taxes and all that stuff, and all of the the whole thing that they're pushing down there. What's your take on that versus Florida? What do you think is better in that sense?
I mean, the whole blue state, red state thing is like New York City is blue state in a sense, but I would say 95% of my interactions aren't with people like that. It's kind of just really like who you are and like what you're involved with.
That's true.
New York City is a very highly populated place. It's like what 8 million people in a
Damn.
very small place. Yeah, so it's like, of course, majority of people are gonna be blue, but the people that I'm hanging out with, people that I do business with, people that I like do anything with, realistically, they're not like that. So it's, I mean, you make your home wherever you go.
For
Doesn't
sure.
matter,
Have you ever had any security issues out there?
Bro, it's insane because I realize this. People are always scared of what they don't know. And that's just what it is. Take it from me. Like, I'm somebody that's been to Dubai. I've been everywhere, bro. Europe. I mean, you name it. Like, South America, everybody. The only place I haven't been to yet is Africa, and I'm excited to go there. Bro, New York is extremely safe, okay? I've never been robbed. Nothing's. I had one thing that I got chased one time in my car, but, like, we kind of were asking for it. We went somewhere we weren't supposed to go, and we went hot. Like, I was wearing, like, 3 chains. We had, like, 4 supercars outside. At a place that realistically, we had no business being there. Besides, it wasn't even Manhattan. It was, like, all the way Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, some bad area. I don't even know Brooklyn like that, right? Besides that, nothing has ever bad happened to me, to any of my friends, to any of my loved ones. I'm 25 years old, and I have friends who are older than me. Nothing. Everything's, like, completely fine. It's just, bro, my New York has cameras like every quarter, every little meter, Like, look, I just paid my ticket bill for last month for New York, my personal cars. I paid $3,700 in tickets. That's because, like, there's cameras everywhere. You speed, but Picture, picture,
Oh,
picture,
that's
picture,
crazy.
picture.
So it's kind of like Dubai.
It is like Dubai, but not as expensive. Like in ticket wise.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I think when I went to Dubai for like I was there for a week last year, I believe it was. I think I got like 7K in tickets in like a week.
In Dubai. Yeah,
Yeah,
in
bro.
Dubai, I don't
Dubai's
even
bad.
drive because it doesn't make sense because it's literal all surveillance. So you can't
Yeah.
speed if you switch lanes improperly. So I just get a driver whenever I go in Dubai. I live there part time, so
Mhm.
I'm always in Dubai. I love Dubai. What do you think of Dubai?
Well, I don't know. What do I? Here's the thing. Dubai is a majority Muslim country, right? Or city. The Muslim community is one that you should definitely fear, and I respect that 100%. So with that being said, I don't want to say anything. I find it a little bit. I'll say this: I find Dubai a tiny bit cringe, not because of the citizens there or anybody there. It's really more so like the people that come there. Like I was there for the first time I went there. I was there for about a week, and just kind of like the interactions. It felt very touristy, and I'm somebody that when I go somewhere, I stay there. Like a week was like short. What was it for 2 weeks or 2 weeks? I think it was 1 week. But when I go somewhere, I stay somewhere very, very like not touristy, but like very in the mix of like how people
Like
live there.
homey. You're there homey,
Yeah.
right?
Like I always get a car. I always get a car. I wanna be on vacation as if I live here. That's kind of how I go about things, right? I go to every restaurant, introduce myself to, the manager, the hostess, in case I come back, take care of everybody. Everywhere I go, I try to make it as home as possible. And with Dubai, it just kind of felt like everything around me was just like, pictures, influencer, this and that. But, you have that here as well. But the difference was over there, you just feel like very try-hardy. And like I said, not the residents, but I guess who was there, whether they just moved in or whatever case it may be. But it also is crazy because it's such a developing country and so many new people move in, and actually a lot of people move out as well. So I feel like you can go to Dubai 1 month and the next month have a whole different experience simply on your surroundings. Because Dubai is very small, which is one of the other reasons why I didn't really enjoy it that much. Is because you can probably do everything in Dubai in a matter of 5 days maybe if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
So um it becomes one of those like high school things where it's like, okay, we're going here or there, and then everybody there and there. So that to me is like a little bit like it just kind of plays out quickly. Like if you're there for like a month, you're probably gonna be like kind of like tired of it. If you're somebody like me that likes to do like new things all the time, or like run into the same people every day, you know
makes sense.
you know
Would you say that you are a religious man, or do you believe in God?
1,000%, bro. Definitely, God is everything. God above all.
And would you accredit that to your success?
um will I accredit that to my success?
Yeah, the belief in God and your faith in God.
No, definitely not. Just because my relationship with God is more so on a faith level, not on a financial level, right? So I think if I didn't believe in God, I would be a different person, no matter if I was rich or poor.
Makes sense. That's valid.
That's a really good point. Spirituality plays a huge role in like what we teach. So we
Mhm.
always ask people that. We feel like if you're spiritually aligned, life just gets better for you. You become a better person.
Thousand
You
percent.
become more in tune. You surround yourself with the right people. And earlier, before we started, we're talking about the energy, not just the energy that you set out, but there's places that you pick because of the energy,
Right.
because that's when you can flourish. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree. I think there's some like deep factors and attributes that a religious person has that kind of ends up making you successful in the long term or long run. But there's also just people that don't have it, right? Like my grandparents are very religious. They don't have much to show for, and like they're super religious, like pray 3 times a day, don't touch your food before you eat, before praying, before sleeping, like get on your knees in the bed. Like they're very that religious to the whole other level, every Sunday church, never miss it. Like everything can happen wrong. You're not missing that. You're not missing church. You're not missing your 3 prayers a day. Like, you just can't do that. And there's something financial to show there. Now, I can tell you exactly why they're not like successful like me. There's certain attributes that they don't have. But then at the same time, I think like last weekend I was out in Tampa and there's this one kid. I won't say his name, but he'll see it. Um, and I told him he's a very talented kid, like honestly, potential insane, but his his values and the way he goes about people and how he feels about others and how he treats others, I think are what's stopping him from being at a whole other level. Maybe if he was a religious guy and he kind of like wasn't like that, he'd probably be in a better position. Because I saw all the qualities in him. I know everything he's doing. It's like, bro, what you're doing could make you so much money and so much more if you were able to really like lock in with a bunch of people, right? And that's kind of how you grow. It gets to a point where kind of like, okay, I told him this: money makes money, but you need people to make the money. You need people to move the money. You need somebody to actually do the work or put it to use. Yes, you need the money to double it, triple it, maybe 0.25 it, but it will come from somebody's actual work. So people, I think, is the key to insane amounts of wealth.
I agree with that. I always say that alone you can go fast, but together you can go far. So you build the right team, and there's like 5 or 6 of you, people with the right work ethic, right passions, right drive, the problem solving ability. You can get to that goal faster. Plus, even in like spirituality, right? If 5 people meditate and pray on a goal, it just happens sooner, right? That's kind of what we're trying to. We're building this family, this culture, and that's kind of what like principles was all about and stuff like that. So
1,000%. I think it all comes down to mindset. If you're somebody that believes having other people around will take from you, then that's exactly what's going to happen. If you're somebody who believes having people around would add to you, that's exactly what's going to happen. Shout out my boy Zane Jane. He told me one time, stop thinking. He didn't tell it to me specifically, but he just said it out loud, and I really like what he said because I think he took me. It was a breakthrough when he said that for me. Because sometimes you just like you're ready for something, but you need to hear it or
Yeah.
see it. And he said this, and I'm pretty sure it's not what he meant, but that's how I took it, and it broke through for me. Is he said, instead of thinking about solutions for you and yourself, think about solutions for you, your competitors, and everybody else in your industry. Because chances are they're probably having the same issues you're having. So if you can solve that for yourself and them, they'll probably pay you for that. So it was like think bigger and bigger and bigger and keep thinking bigger. In a sense, he didn't say it just like that, but in a nutshell, it's kind of what he meant. And I took that and ran with it to even something bigger. And it's like from then on, I was kind of just like building more, building more. So okay, well, I'm having this issue. If I'm having it, I mean, I'm number one in the business, right? They're definitely having it. Let me solve it for everybody. You know?
100%. I have a very unique question. So, you're 25, right? Very successful, 111 cars, right? You have a very successful business. On your journey, were you in a relationship? Or were you dabbling with women? What was that like on your come up, and how did that affect you?
In a relationship for sure. Actually, I met the girl that I'm with. I met her about 6 months before I became a millionaire. Like I was like,
Wow.
yeah. So it's one of those things, like, bro, when you meet somebody before you have money, you always like think about, okay, well, I'll never meet somebody like that again. The chances of me being broke are like very like slim. Again, right? They're very very slim, and so the chance of me meeting somebody like that changes. Like not some of my friends, but like some people say, oh, the reason you have all these girls that want you is because you have money. And then the answer is no, that's not why. Because whatever, let's say me, for example, I get girls before I even had money, like probably even more, honestly, because I was less busy. But here's the thing. Yeah, money may not help you get girls. And to anybody watching, if you think money will help you get girls, it really won't. It legitimately will not help you. It'll bring the wrong kind of attraction, and you might get girls to hang out with you because they're looking for something, but it won't actually help you like find a girlfriend or get somebody that really likes you for you. Money does not help at all. If you're somebody that already gets girlfriend or girls, whatever, what money does is it doesn't help you get girls, but it'll put you in rooms where different type of females are. So with that being said, I met my girlfriend on some regular stuff. Like a friend that I knew introduced me to her on some super regular like things. We went to the movies for like $30, Then went to like Cape Korean barbecue, got boba, walked, in New York. No like Uber,
Yeah.
no nice car. That's a regular way to meet somebody for regular people. You bump into them on the train or something weird like that. That's a regular way to meet somebody. Those things would never happen to me anymore, or anybody here really, because we don't take the subway. I don't
Facts.
really like, bro. I remember Cheesecake Factory being so expensive, bro. I remember this girl had a birthday and I couldn't go because like my mom said, nah, it's too expensive. Now, bro, Cheesecake Factory is fucking cheap. Like if I go to Cheesecake Factory, oh my God, I'm saving
Like
so much
pigeon
money.
food.
So it's like your surrounding, the places you go to changes and the people that are there does as well. So it's like, yeah, money does not help you get girls, but he puts you in rooms where different type of girls are and more girls probably even are. Does that make sense?
That's crazy. So obviously, Ali is in a committed relationship. I am too. And I'm actually 24, so I'm right under you. And a lot of people came to me along my journey and say, Kane, why are you all locked up? Why are you with a girl? You're in your you're making money. You're starting to be successful. Why don't you exercise your options? High value man, da da da. And for me, it was like when I find that good woman that submits to me and gives me everything that I need as a man, and that I could see having, the being a mother of my children in the future, that's when everything changes for me. And I didn't want to be those guys in their late 30s that got caught up with the short-term gratification and let that one good girl get away. Because at the end of the day, whether or not you have a girlfriend or you're out seeing different girls, it's energy exchange, money exchange. But at least with every dollar and energy that I put into the woman that I'm with now, I will have a family with. I'll have kids and investment. But when you're out making money, wasting time on a bunch of different women, not only are you exchanging your energy with them, and you're wasting your money because that money's not coming back. And yeah, sure, you're getting a little ego boost, right? But it's about finding that good woman. So along your journey, did you have people come to you like that and say, hey, bro, like, you're so young. Why are you in a committed relationship? Like,
Yeah, he definitely has to watch my how much do I spend on one video? I definitely do spend a lot of crazy money on like dumb stuff that I'm not getting back. But before I answer that question, I want to say this: it's very different for a man and a woman. I don't, especially in today's age.
Yeah.
Like guys are freaking horny, bro.
Mhm.
Like they literally are fogged up in the head and they let their fucking dicks just do everything for them.
Go anywhere.
Guys are
anywhere.
females nowadays. It's really bad. But what they understand is like a female has different kind of access than a male. Any girl, I don't care what girl is, bro. She could be ugly. She could be fat. I guarantee you, you grab her Instagram, bro, she could be like the ugliest girl on earth.
50 guys in her DMs.
50
Easy.
guys ready to fuck, ready to take her, ready to marry her. You know what I'm saying? Bro, any girl. So here's the thing. If you're a guy, you don't have that. There is no backup plan for you. A girl can be with you 10, 30 years of your life, waste your time, waste your money. The day you're a loser, the day you don't have anything anymore and she has to go somewhere, she has a bunch of backup plans. Maybe not actually in her head. Like she's like, okay, well, look, I have this in the back end. But when push comes to shove, open up that Instagram, there's 50 guys ready to take that girl, no matter how she looks, and give her everything. There are some losers, some fat guys,
Facts.
there's probably some amazing, great-looking guy that just is into her and likes that, right there, ready to take her. So when that time comes, she'll have that. What are you going to have? Because the thing is, time is going to go by no matter what. And girls will have that. As a man, nobody is coming to save you. You don't have any girls that are going to come give you their money. You don't have any girls that are going to give you a home, give you success, give you a plan. Only you can build that for you. As a guy, only you can build your life. A girl has so many exit plans. Literally, like, I want to say up to 35, maybe even longer. I think at 35, they kind of go like this. But a girl could literally, I'm serious, bro. I'm actually being so serious, though. Just, like I said, open up the DMs. Hey, I'm tired of this guy. You've been DMing me for 5 years, 1 year, 3 months. Let's go. Cool. That guy takes you to Dubai. And he could be some loser guy with some money, or it can be some regular guy with a little bit of something. So use your time and don't spend it on a woman. Spend it on yourself, building yourself, and make yourself where no matter who comes in out of your life, women, friends, family, it doesn't change anything for you, right? Because it won't change the way you live. It won't change the way you enjoy life. It won't change your financials. It won't change nothing for you. Except for the person you interacted with before.
That's beautiful.
To summarize, like, I think a good girl is an investment and a bad girl is a bill. The thing is, most people are they don't have love for themselves. They don't have self-respect. They don't have their shit together, but they're out and they have their priorities wrong. So that's why they get surrounded by women that are, not the highest caliber, because they're not men of the highest caliber. That's what you're going to get. Like attract like, right? So my advice to people like that is just like, fix yourself first, bro. Make sure you got your shit in order. Make sure your mom's taken care of. Make sure your family's good. Make sure you got 3 or 4 backup options for businesses and work and all that. And when that's like people when they go out and party on the weekends, but they got nothing going for them in the week. So it's like, what are you celebrating? It's the same kind of, it's the same cycle that they're stuck in. Monday through Friday, they grind, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're fucked up to escape that Monday through Friday. It's the same thing. You're chasing girls, you find that high short-term pleasure, and then you do the same thing again, and then have you ever seen like that girl is like, oh, my boyfriend ain't shit, and then like the last 5 guys are the exact same person. And you're like, you haven't learned your lesson. I don't think it's the guy anymore. It's the same thing on the reverse end.
I don't spend time talking about exes with me, so.
Fair enough.
Nah,
Sorry.
but yeah, no, I do get it, and to kind of backtrack on that as well, bro. It's like I think there's a huge amount of people in the world that don't really like want to be successful, but don't really do. Like they say it out loud because it sounds nice, and
100%.
it
Hundred
seems
percent.
wrong to say no. So they say it, but they don't really want to.
Hundred
Then
percent.
there's people that actually do want to, but they're scared to be alone. So they just kind of keep doing the same thing over and over because they won't do it unless a friend does it or somebody else does it. I think learning to be alone and learning to be happy, content by yourself, is gonna
Huge.
be. I'll say this, like I got a DM yesterday, I won't say from but the person was basically saying, oh, like you don't want to see me, and I said, if I did things that I wanted and not things that I had to do, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. And obviously the person had to, I was like, oh, when you speak to somebody like that, they kind of anything you say to anybody, instead of reacting in a way of like, oh wow, you're a very responsible guy, or wow, you're a very responsible person, human, they kind of take it into themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And they kind of start like, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, because everything's kind of like a reflection for them.
Yeah.
People like just reflect on your
Yeah,
words.
people are mirrors.
Like
That's
comparison.
it.
Honestly, they
yeah.
really are, and it's like such an unhealthy way to be. I've never been that, so it's hard for me to kind of like speak. Not hard to speak on. I can speak on it all day, every single day, and speaking to people. But the truth is, I've never been like that, so I can't really relate. But I can see it every day in my employees and my friends, because obviously, especially you probably understand this very heavily on because you've invested into a lot of business and people, and you brought people along with you for so long. Sometimes you meet people and you're like, okay, well, look, I see where you are now, and I'll take you here. And to get you here, you gotta let go of this. So you can see it,
But they can't, or
but
they
they
won't.
can't. Correct. And yeah, I don't know. I'm still wondering if it's something that needs to be taught, learned, willed, or if you're just maybe just born with it. No.
I think you have to have a true desire for success. Like you said, a lot of people say they want it because it sounds like you should say it because you see
Yeah.
it all over online and they're programmed to almost want success.
Yes.
But I think one of the biggest factors, and I don't know your background with your family and stuff, but my family, I'm the first millionaire in my family, and so is he. And I think a big thing with people like us, it's success is not a plan B. It's not no other option. We have to do this for our family and for our future family. And that was my driver. And a big thing that I see with people that were born into money, of course, there's the odd people that become very successful without their parents' money, but people that are born into it, they don't have that desire, like that necessity of becoming successful and providing for those that you love, along the way.
No, yeah, I definitely agree.
The thing is, man, when you're born with like a silver spoon in your mouth, you don't have that hunger. Like I didn't have an option. Like I saw my dad, grinding, making $700 a week. It's like I gotta get up, and like you said, people say they want it. Do they really want it? It's like, all right, people come to us all the time, like, hey, I have this problem. How should I do it? I'm like, all right, wake up 2 hours earlier. I don't know about that. It's like, well, then the conversation ends here. You're not willing to
That's
do that.
insane. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane. Like
Yeah.
saying you want something and then here's how you get it, and they're like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa, that's
Same thing.
insane.
It's like, hey, it's that post that I saw the other day. It's like $100 going out to eat. That's easy. But $100 meal prepping is too hard. 2 hours Netflix, easy. 2 hours watching a course, too hard. Like, pick your heart. What do you want to do? So when people have that, you give them one chance. You're like, all right, I get it. You have to break your patterns that you've been taught. You've been programmed. I get it. But then when I'm teaching you how to unprogram yourself, and you have that cognitive dissonance where you can't believe it, and it's like, you really want it? Do you really want it, or do you just say you want it? So at that point, you could take a horse to the water. Sometimes you can force him to drink, but you can't make him thirsty.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned, and one of the hardest challenges for me so far has been, and it still is, even though I'm better at it, it's still a challenge for me, is hiring and firing. I'm sure you understand this. It's tough sometimes because I have like guys that work for me, and they're like, I will do anything for you, for this, for the business, for everything we're doing. But they just don't have what it takes. And like you invest, you'll try to teach, you'll try to guide, and then the same mistakes keep happening. Because like you can only be with somebody X amount of hours a day. Then they go home, they go back to their regular programming. And it's like, bro, I've definitely have paid in salaries over $1 million to employees that I didn't have to pay anymore. And like I could have just gotten rid of them. and I didn't simply on like, one more chance, or like, you'll get better, or like, I guess I can use them with this. Because obviously, I'm also getting the trust. Like, yo, like, there's some guys that I have in my team, bro, that are like, I'm thinking about one specific person. I'm thinking about multiple specific people, but like, I can trust them to go into my closet, like my jewelry. Like, they have a fingerprint. They have the fingerprint added to it. But bro, like, besides that, they're useless. I'm like, yeah, I had to like let them go, and it's tough to do that because there's no way to make that sound nice, you know, especially for me. Like, I hold a very tight team, and when somebody works for me, they usually don't see themselves ever being anywhere else. So like I think I actually spoke to one of the guys that I let go maybe not too long ago. Went out, had some hookah together, and he was like, bro, I couldn't fire him, so I had somebody else fire him. And he was like, bro, when that happened, I felt like my whole life and didn't know what the hell to do. Like, I never. It was like, I would do anything still today, like, for you and the team and everybody. So when that happened, it was like, whoa. And I was like, at the end of the day, you understand, you have to kind of do what you're supposed to do before anything else. And some people just can't do it, bro. I think firing and hiring is super tough for
So,
me.
bro,
So
leadership is not an easy task, bro. People
not at
think
all.
it's easy. Everyone wants to be a leader until it's time to do what
Yeah.
leaders do, and that's a hard one,
Mhm.
especially when you get emotionally invested with them. Like, you see their potential, even if they can't see it. You know that they're capable of more, and then it's hard sometimes.
Yes, that's kind of what I literally said something along those lines. Nothing to do with this, but with the business yesterday, where somebody was showing me some forex stuff, and we'll talk about that. I want to know you guys' opinion on that forex stuff, right? Because I'm a real business owner. Like, I own businesses. I make 8 figures a year for 3 years straight now. You get me? And when I see on a forex or any of these guys, you know, real or not real, I don't know, right? Who am I to say who's real and who isn't? Like, posting or even showing me like $1 million like setup
Counts,
or
yeah.
trade,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, when somebody like me looks at that, I think about it and I'm like, that sounds amazing. That sounds insanely amazing. Why? Because I have to deal with people, assets, insurance, employees, clients. I have to deal with so many things, right? And you're telling me you just made $1 million in a couple months from your phone. Granted, $1 million in a couple months is very small to me. We do 7 figures every single month. But the way that that person made it and is or portraying that he made it or she made it, I'm just like, bro, if life was that easy, I would do it in a heartbeat. It would be so much easier to do that. What do you guys think about this whole forex thing and all that stuff going on?
So
We just talked about it last night.
yeah, 99%. So forex is a real thing. Trading is a real thing. If you could trade, you have your own algorithm that you use for yourself, it is definitely doable. But the moment you start doing funded accounts and selling people to get and collecting people's money, that's when shit gets shady. 99% of forex people out there are scammers, in my opinion. I'm personally invested 6 figures into a forex a fund by my best friends that are completely legit. And I've been in it for 2 years, and I'm able to get money in. But I got lucky. I found the right people. A lot of people don't get so lucky and lose millions of dollars.
Yeah, if you can find a good trader, I feel like you can probably just like
Yes.
go ahead and do it. But a good trader doesn't have the time or the mental capacity to kind of maybe be online all day.
Exactly, right? So it makes you question.
And most of them don't. So the good trader, when we did this for like a year, so we were marketing info products in the forex world, right? So when we talk to the traders, they're excellent traders. They're not good businessmen. They're stuck behind a computer, like you said. They're not online. The thing is, when you get into the prop firms and you have these third-party softwares and tools that they can shut down, there's regulations, this and that, then it's out of your control. You could do everything right. You can collect the money from the funds. You can, do all that kind of stuff. And then one of the brokers gets shut down. What do? It's out of your control. But then you just showed all these people, hundreds of thousands of people online, that it's easy for them. And for you, you can make the money back, but someone just put their last $2,000 into it, and now they're stuck. That's when it becomes scammy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you should tread carefully. Yeah.
Look, if I could make money off my phone like that by pressing buy, sell, I wouldn't be in business. I just do that all day. I definitely have more than enough money to retire if that was the case. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm telling you, it's doable. It's an emotional game. And for me, I know myself. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I love business development. I love marketing. I love people. I'm not a trader. I've tried trading. I'm not liquidated every single time.
I wouldn't even try.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even try.
Yeah. I mean,
that's not my type of mindset.
Yeah.
I have a high risk mentality. If it's bro, I would never close a trade. But trades making money,
You're never
I'm never
close.
closing it. Bro, I'm the type to push that issue over and over and over. Like if you give me a button right here, and this button is every there's a 1% chance the world ends, but a 99% chance I make $1 million every time I press that button. I would press that button until the world ends. I would not stop. Like, I will be the richest person in the world is still pressing that button. I don't know how to stop that shit. So I don't think I could be a good trader, honestly. Like you said, you have a good friends that you found. I think my boy Lambero is insane. I think he's one of the only like real people that I met in the industry that actually knows how to do trading and all that stuff. So that's somebody that I would trust in the trading space.
Yeah. So, well, now that we're talking about trading and stuff, obviously you probably invest a lot of money into your business, but as a businessman, young gentleman, what else are you invested in?
Bro, honestly, all my money always makes more sense with me. I've invested in multiple things before, but all my money always just makes more sense with me and with my stuff. And then like November we had a VC firm go ahead and invest 5 million or something I knew that we're trying out. So it's like I'm somebody that makes money. Like I make money, make more money. So not somebody that I really invest into other things. And the reality of it is, I don't know. It's just like I said, like it will make more sense to invest in me every single time because, bro, like I've been doing business for 6 years. The amount of money I make is kind of insane for a lot of people. Some days I wake up and I'm like, whoa. And some days I wake up and I'm like, I'm broke. It depends on the day. But from the people that I know, from the stuff that I know how to do, from what I've seen other people do, I still believe my own money with me makes more money, and other people's money as well makes money with me as well. Just haven't found something that's like, okay, well that makes more. Let me go there. But I'm also a huge believer that the grass is greener where you water it, not to the side.
I agree.
It's like I just keep watering mine. It's never let me down. I've never had a setback year. I've always made more money every single year. Knock on wood. God bless.
Alhamdulillah.
And I think bro, that's what it is. If you're somebody that's gifted in making money, if you're somebody that's gifted into bringing solutions, solving problems, and just capitalizing on things like that, which I mean, that's how you make money, solving problems. And you're somebody that's not a greedy person and can see the whole picture and find ways to help, and just scale, you always make a lot of money. And I feel like I'm gifted with that. And that's what I'm going to keep doing, pursuing that nonstop. I do loan money though. Like if it's a good opportunity, I'll do that. But besides like that, I won't like.
So you're just 100% invest right back in yourself. You don't buy property, stocks, crypto, none of that.
I mean, not really, bro. I used to be a financial advisor for JPMorgan Chase. So like, just it doesn't make sense. I mean, look, the S&P 500 did very well last year. I would have definitely liked to put some money in there, but I still also made more again. But I also did have the extra money in the account to put in there. I could have done that. But besides that, no, crypto. I think I lost 1.8 million 2 years ago. And from that, it's kind of like, whatever. I'm not doing that anymore.
True.
So we're kind of in the same wave, man. We made money for a lot of people. We used our services, our knowledge, our ability to solve problems to make money for a lot of people. That's why in the last 6 months, 8 months, we're like, fuck it, let's just do it ourselves. Yeah. Why are we building other people's apps when we could just build our own, right? Why are we making other people go viral when we can just do it ourselves? So 100% agree with that. What was that mindset shift where you figured that out? It was like a light bulb moment. You're like, it was one of the old stories you told me when you saw the dude ran out the car, right? Remember when you had the supercar and you're like, how do I get that car? And the dude was renting it out. It wasn't even his. Remember the old story you told me?
Oh yeah. How I got started.
Yeah.
That's just what you can find anywhere else. We're not gonna get into it, but basically some guy rented out my car that I had and I couldn't afford it, so I sell it. So I went to him to sell it, and he ended up renting it out. And I was like 19 at the time, so I was scared to even question this man or anything. So I didn't know what was going on. God really looked out for me. No accidents happened. Nothing. I wasn't taking a deposit from him. Nothing. I just got close to him. I wanted to learn, right? Because like now I'm seeing somebody make money doing something that I enjoy. I'm like, oh, he has all these cars. Like he came to my house one time, threw me the keys to a Ferrari. He's like, take it, it's yours for today, and took my ears. So I was like, okay, bro, this is baller. But then hanging out with him, I ended up finding out that the kid, not kid, is an older man. He just had a money problem. Like he would make like in one night, I was not even lying, bro. He would make like $100,000. And it's funny because like, I remember that being so much, and we make so much more now. But he would make $100,000 and like blow like all of it that same night. Here's the problem. Later on to find out, he didn't own any cars at all, not a single one. So that $100,000, he's probably keeping like 30-40%, maybe half, maybe a little more depending on the arrangements he had with certain people. Um, so it's like he was blowing up his money and everybody else's money, and then he kind of just like do that, and then kind of like Peter pay Paul. You do that like over and over. The thing is, my industry is so small and the profit margins are so high that he's still in business. You know, he's still in business. Yeah, he's not as hot anymore, but he's still in business because, bro, the profit margins are so high. The Peter pay Paul thing you should never do, but in my industry, because the profits are so high, you can kind of get away with it. Like Peter comes and you have enough to pay Paul and a little more again, you know. So
Wow.
as long as you can keep the ship running, realistically, it'll never really stop. At least in this industry.
That's crazy.
It's another reason why it's like you said like why I keep investing more in me. It's like, bro, my industry is so niched, it's so small, and it's accessible through everybody if you know how. But it's not something that everybody could just go ahead and do if they don't know how to do it the proper way, or they don't have any knowledge into going ahead and doing it, or the confidence. I think in my business is a lot of confidence, right? It's like there's so much opportunity in my industry in itself, and like I said, again, still so niche. 8 million people in New York. I only have 111 cars. I'm sold out every day, really. Like I have like 2-3 cars available max, if that. I'm being
Wow.
bothered by my guys. Like, hey, we're sold out. Can we buy more cars? Like I just bought 5 cars 3 days ago in one go from Brandon Medford. I was like, all right, bro, I need 5 cars. You know, to a point that, bro, I don't even know what cars I buy anymore. Like I bought an i7. I didn't even know I bought an i7. I thought I bought a 7 Series. One of my guys, when we got it, went to go get a PPF, trackers, all that stuff set up. And he was gone for like 4 hours. So I called him. I'm like, hey, where are you? I thought you were, like at first I'm thinking he went to take his girl out to eat. I was like, that's fine. 2 hours and like 4 hours. I'm like, where are you? He's like, bro, I'm charging this car. I'm like, what do you mean charging? The battery died? It's a brand new car. He's like, no, it's electric. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, bro, it's an i7. I'm like, when the fuck did I buy an i7? He's like, yesterday. I'm like, no, bro, I bought a 7 Series. Like, nah, bro, it's an i7. I'm like, I didn't even know. I didn't even know what I bought anymore.
That's some type of shit you used to dream, like, the younger self would dream of, and now like you're living this every single day.
I don't know. I don't see it as a dream. I just see it as work, you know?
That's crazy.
You know?
Do you ever use like visualization and meditations, manifestation?
I probably should, but I haven't done it. I don't know. I've probably done it like once or twice. But bro, like I wake up, I have my office, and my team and everybody in my family knows. As soon as I step into the office, there's no getting me out. So I usually go to the gym before going in there. I go get a nice breakfast before I go in there. Like my girl will try to like make breakfast like before I go in there. Cause once I'm in there, yo, getting me out of this is impossible. Once that computer's on, phone's ringing, I'm just in there all day, like dealing with every single thing while my team runs the business. It's crazy because I'm not even like really dealing with rental stuff. The only rental stuff that I deal with is buying more cars.
Wow.
So it's like, I don't know, it's just work to me.
So there was other verticals, not just car rentals. There's other verticals that you get into. You get into software. You have your own platform, mentorship platform. Talk to us about that transition. How when the bulbs started going off on these other verticals within your industry, like I could do that, I could do that, and it all fits into this ecosystem that Ethan built.
Yeah, I think, we built so many things in the back end that we don't really speak on, because I think sometimes it's better if people don't know you own certain things. Like there's so many people out here that you guys probably know, I won't name, that like have cars, or if you look at registration, it's my name on there, you know? But I love
Mm.
that. I make money from them. And they're amazing people, obviously. That's why I do that kind of stuff with them. But yeah, there's obviously certain things that we just believe is better if people don't know that I own them, or that we're the ones behind it. Because then people sometimes will pay you. Let's say I open up a business selling a hat that makes you think better. Okay. Now, if I go and I make a video on my story, hey guys, I made this hat that makes you think better. You can buy it right here in this link. It'll get X amount of sales. You know how it will get way more sales and I'll make double the money? If I go and I say, hey guys, the way that I've been making so much money lately is with this one secret item. You can buy it if you pay me for the information. They'll pay me for the information, they'll pay for the item, and I'll get more sales on the item. Or even if I don't pay for the information, if I say, here's what I've been using lately, it's been helping me out. Here's a hat. Even that alone will make that hat sell way more than you promoting it as like, here. Because people like to be sold too.
Yes.
They like to be taken shopping with. And that's something that I learned from the Ryan guy from real estate. I read the book Millionaire.
Sirhan?
Yeah, Ryan Sirhan.
Yeah.
I read the book Millionaire Real Estate Agent, changed my whole life. And then I met up with him at one of the listings, and he said that. He said people like to be sold to, like to be taken out shopping with. And when I brought that also to online, it just kind of made more sense. So there's just like so many things that I won't say on here that we own. and we run the back end, that it will just mess things up if everybody found out, I guess.
Mm.
Bro, seriously, bro, try it out next time. Try it out. I want you to try it out next time. Just with link clicks. I want you to make the same link. With the same link, go on and said, hey guys, I'm using this. Go ahead and give it a try, and then see how many people.
I
like
actually
it.
started using that with my strategy, and it works.
Yeah,
You know, it's so true
it's
what you said.
insane the amount of like more people will pay if it's not yours and it's like something you're using instead. Because like, and to anybody watching, I think it's very important to know who you're following, who you're interacting with, because I'm somebody that I like to solve problems. I like to solve issues, and I like to provide value. If I build something and I put it up for sale or whatever the case may be, it's 100% going to be better than anything that's not mine and I promote. I guess after this conversation, you'll never know which is which, but it depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if I work on something, I won't really. Like I have a performance coach. Like I pay her a lot of money to be a performance coach. She tells me my biggest issue is that I chase for the perfection, and perfection is the enemy of progression or
Wow.
getting anything done. Because nothing's ever gonna be perfect. Life's not perfect. People's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. So chasing perfection will stop you from doing or releasing certain things. But bro, like I put work into everything that I do. I make it perfect. If it has my name on it, my stamp on it, there's no complaints. It will not be anything lesser than what I would do.
Makes sense. What's the importance of, investing in yourself? And I mean, you just said that you have a growth coach, right? So do you have mentors or coaches that you pay to help better yourself in your business?
I think before we even started the podcast, I told you, bro, you can sell me anything. I'll buy anything. I'm a good salesperson, but bro, you can sell me anything. I'll buy right now. There's nothing. You don't even have to like give me an explanation. If you tell me, hey, try this out, or oh, go check this out, it'll make this. I'm trying it. Like you don't even have to finish your sentence. I'm trying it. Because I'm always so curious to learn more and do more. And anything that I learn, it's not even only for me anymore now. It's like for anything that I do for my businesses. So like I'm learning for. If we can think of businesses, which they are their own entity, right? As people, I'm learning for me and all those people. It's my businesses, right? It's like it's even more important now to invest in education and do more, bro. Especially like, do you know what's the number one metric into finding out how somebody's gonna be successful or not?
No.
You know? Take a guess.
The metric to figure out if they're going to be successful?
Correct. What's the number one metric to find out if someone's gonna be successful or not?
Law of proximity?
Education.
Take a guess. So it's not race. It's not gender.
Of course.
People's gonna be mad about that. It's actually zip code.
Zip code.
Zip code.
Zip code.
Zip code will be the most accurate metric you can use to figure out who's successful and who isn't going to be successful. Simply because who's around you, what you learn, right? I don't know about you guys, but I was born in the Dominican Republic. You know, like there's no zip code in the whole country. Can put me in a place where I will learn how to do what I'm doing now. So it's with that in mind. It's like your surroundings and learning is so important. And when you come from somebody like me, you kind of have to go and do the most, go above and beyond to learn more, right? Because now I have the zip code, but now I need better zip codes. And I don't care, bro. I'll pay for it. I'll work for it. If I need to get to person 4, and to do that, I gotta first speak to person 1, pay person 2, hang out with person 3 for a little bit. Like, forget just paying. Like, I'll do everything, the whole 9 to get to person 4 that's going to teach me how to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's very crucial. Yeah, and I could agree as well. I have a lot of mentors, and I dropped out of college. So my next question is: did you do traditional education, and what is your thought on traditional education?
I wasn't planning on going to college at all, but I graduated high school when I was 15. So I couldn't work, couldn't do anything. So my mom kind of just like said, "I gotta go to college now." So I got my AA. I did 2 years of community college and did it in 1 year actually, but I took some months off. That's the only reason why I went and I got my associates, is because literally I was 15 years old and I got to go at 16. I had to get an approval from a director of the school because I was too young. But my plan, because at that time I was already kind of fucking with businesses and stuff like that, was to not go to college at all.
Okay.
So you didn't go or you did go?
I did go. Well, I got my associates, not a bachelor's.
Yeah. Got it.
But like I said, the only reason why is that because I was 15. Like, it's like I'd be home and get yelled at every day. It's like, why don't I just go? But if the plan was to never go, like if I would have never graduated high school so young, I would have gone to 18. I would have never went to college.
So 18-year-old normal person, would you recommend them to go to or not?
Not at all. Like 1,000% not. And it's like, it's so tricky because it's a question that you have to be careful who you answering to. Like if I'm asking as a mass, no, don't go. But it's really something that it should be per person because some people just are not capable, bro. Like, and it's not even that they're not capable. It's like through when you're born, through elementary school, middle school, and high school, you're already brainwashed to not be capable. So unless you're capable to unbrainwash yourself, unwire yourself to be capable of doing things, then maybe not. I think it depends on your parents and everything like that. Like bro, if going to school in the U.S. is horrible, bro. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
thank you. Yeah, I mean
It's just so bad.
that's why we our legacy project, Principals Academy. That's why we're trying to be able to give access. Because for me, I'm gonna have children. I'm gonna have children. God bless them, and I'm not sending them to public school. They're going to go to my school. That's how I see it. Because I don't want them to be indoctrinated. I don't want them to be brainwashed. I don't want them to be filled with all these vaccines and all this poison and eat all these poisonous foods, right?
Yeah,
And
food
that
is really bad.
it's really bad, man. I mean, that's also the one thing that I love about, living in South America, Dubai, and Asia is
But
that
the
the
food in
food,
Dubai is amazing.
yeah,
Clean.
yeah, but
That's
you
So
know,
clean, bro.
the systems that have been put in place were meant to make us slaves. They were meant to make us, raise a generation of workers versus thinkers. And that's why I think now with the modern day age, with all the new technology, all the access to information, right? Like you're 25. A lot of people would be finishing college or like some programs now, or even still doing it when
That's
you put it in
crazy.
perspective. And I dropped out the first semester because I asked my business teacher, "Have you ever owned a business?" And they said no. And I said, "The fuck am I here?" And then I went and started my first company. And honestly, it's one of the best decisions I made because at the end of the day, the only real currency that we have is time. And the more time that you could save from learning from the right people and surrounding yourself with the right people, and the more mistakes you could save yourself from doing, the more wealthier you'll be in a sooner amount of time, and the more time you will have to enjoy your life to the fullest potential. For example, bro, you're 25, I'm 24. It's like we're all really young, and we have more time to experience before our 30s. And that I think that is so key about specifically our stories because we got started early, right?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, man, since you guys, you finished, you dropped out, you partially finished for halfway. I went and got the whole degrees, but we all came to the same conclusion. Answer is fuck no. You shouldn't have to go. And now I'm blessed. Everyone has a journey, right? I'm blessed that I was able to go because I know exactly how they program you, and I know exactly what they teach. All the shit that doesn't
I
benefit
mean,
you
the
anymore.
programming begins way before college.
Absolutely. But even when you get to college, they're ready for you to become another worker because, from elementary to middle, they're programming you to, think a certain type of way. High school, that really, really, adult programming starts. And then college is definitely what do? You study for freaking 18 hours, you take a test, you graduate with the degree, you got the damn piece of paper, and now you can't find a job again. So you're stuck in this cycle, right? And people come out 24, 25, 26 with $100,000, $200,000 debt, can't even get a job. I had homies in the legal world, lawyers, just spent 300 grand on education, and I made more money than them in a month than they did in a year. So I was like, why'd you just do this? You know what I'm saying? But traditional education with immigrant parents, they don't know any better. That's why they're like, hey, you have to go through the system. So it's up to us, and that's kind of why we started this thing. We want to unprogram, make them unlearn and reprogram the way they should think, because education was developed to create a nation of workers, not thinkers. It teach people how to think, not what to think, so they can think for themselves and make the right decisions.
Yeah, I mean, look, entrepreneurship definitely, I would say, is not for everybody though.
100% agree.
Like it really isn't. So like understanding really what you want to do in life is important. Like kind of like I've always been different, bro. Like I've never looked like a celebrity and said, I want to be like them. I've always looked at them and said, who's making all the money? Like I've never looked at anybody or any business and be like, oh, this is fire. I always want to know how. Who's the one making all the money? Who's the one doing this? Like I've always been so
Well, you're a
into
student.
business.
You're curious. You're always
But I've always been curious about the bigger picture or the behind the scenes of the actual how's it being done. Who's actually the one getting all the money? Like if you look at a baseball player, I'm kind of looking at yo, who's the team owner? Like I just never been that person, and probably explains why I'm here where I am today. You know where I live in New York City. Like I live in a building, 73rd floor. I have the biggest unit in the building, above every doctor, every lawyer. Dude, the French Montana lives like 2 floors below me. You know what I'm saying? It's like
That's crazy.
so majority of celebrities. Well, in the building, all the celebrities. Um, yeah, so I live above everybody, lawyers, doctors, celebrities. I mean, you name it. And you go to my building, bro. It's like I'm the hottest celebrity in there. Everybody knows, even the celebrities know. So I just like I go in and out. But I think to kind of pinpoint on that, it's like entrepreneurship is hard. Something that I've always wanted to do, and I didn't care how hard it was. I just kind of just wanted to do it. So it was like it didn't feel hard to me. I think with education, there is good education out there. I don't want to say college is bad or anything like that because it is bad in the U.S. because of the system they created to kind of imprison you. Because it's not like you're going to college and you're getting the education and that's it. You're going in there and the way they're giving it to you is in a format where it makes you be dolled out, make you be like zombied out, like
Yep.
makes you think of hours and makes you think your relationship with money and how to make it is very differently. Right?
Yes.
If we go to a college right now and I buy every single book in there and I buy every single educator in there and I just display it to you in a different format that is not the U.S. format, I think you can actually learn a lot. For example, like look in Italy or France, I believe is one of the two. I just saw a video on it earlier this week. They'll pay you to go to school. They'll if you go to school, they'll pay you. They'll give you food. Stay on campus. Just have good grades. Have good grades. Everything's free. Not like a scholarship where here it's like, oh, you got to prove, you got to pay this much, and you're not in prison after. You get me? I don't see why education should be that much money.
I
It
agree.
doesn't make sense. There's something wrong with education. I think. Look, here's how I got through high school and those 2 years of college in 1 year. I just bought the book. So I don't know if you can still do this anymore, but back then when I did, some classes, not sciences and stuff, are like, but some classes you can just go ahead and buy the book, not enroll into classes,
And then take
save the
test.
money, study the book, and then go take the test.
Wow.
Bro, I passed
I did
every
that.
single one. I didn't fail a single one. But bro, and here's the thing. Here's the funny part. I passed every single exam with flying colors. The only exam that I had a problem with was history. Because, like, bro, I just got to the country. So, obviously, like, I didn't know that much stuff. And I still passed it. I used my common sense. If you educate yourself enough in certain things, common sense starts to, like, carry you. But common sense only works the more you know. The less you know, the less common sense you have.
Facts. Wow. That's crazy, man. So you were an immigrant that came to US.
Mhm.
That's absolutely beautiful, bro. I'm a a generation under an immigrant that came to Canada. So and same as you. Or were you born in
I was born here.
You're
but
born here.
of course, my parents
Yeah.
were not.
And I think there's just a different type of fire that's lit under our ass. When we come to a country and we take this motherfucker over and we tell mama you're good, you don't gotta work no more. I think there's something that drives us from a young age. And which leads me into my next question. What was your driver? Because you started young, similar to me. What was your driver? When did you realize, I want to be rich? I want to, be very successful. When was that realization for you?
It's just so weird, bro, because I think for me, it's just always been so different. Like, I've always been confident. I've always just wanted to be the best. So it's like, it was never like a day where I woke up and I was like, all right, I need to be rich now. It never really happened like that for me. Like, I'll play video games all day and I just wanted to like win and be the best. I would stay up like all night and still go to school the next day or skip school even some days just to be the best in the game. Like, cause like MMORPGs, you have to
Yeah.
grind your way up there. I think one time I just kind of realized like, okay, well, if I want to play video games all day, I need to at least be rich so nobody like thinks I'm a loser. So I was like, let's do that. And then I started doing that and I was like, oh, well, you know what? Life is like a video game. It's really much more time you put in, the more work you put in, the better it is. Because in the video games, bro, I would not only play more than everybody else, but I would also like tell people, hey, like, I'm gonna go do this for myself while you go to sleep or go to school. I can go ahead and do the same mission twice, get the items for you, and then just pay me later on. But I was so into being the best, I didn't ask for money in real life. I just asked for more shit in the game. I just do that, bro. And it's like life is the same way, bro. Like I'll go do something for me, solve it for myself, then solve it for you.
Facts.
You know?
Just curious, which games?
I played this game named Dofus. I played World of Warcraft. I've been
Yeah, I
playing
remember. Wow.
League of Legends insanely
Yeah.
lately. What else did I play? Bro, I mean, Diablo, name it.
Nice. You watched Arcane?
I think
League
so.
of Legends show?
No.
Fire.
I haven't. I think I've seen like one or two episodes ago.
Graphics just.
I've watched so
I'm not an
many
anime
League
guy,
of Legends like shows though, like animes and like the recreations in China and Korea.
I'm not an anime guy, but Arcane just because I'm a designer, so it's like I love seeing the 3D graphics and it was insane. But I have a question. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So, out of all the different ventures that you had, right? What was one of the worst investments you ever made? Has there
Mm,
been one?
yeah, there's one right now where I lost 1.5 million. Hasn't even been a full year yet. I won't speak on it though because it's very, 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 very recent. I speak about it. You're gonna know what I'm talking about. I'm still trying. Let me turn it around first, and then we'll come back to this conversation and be like, "Yo, remember I said I lost 1.5? Well, I turned it around. Look at this.
Fair enough.
I've never lost that much money either. Like from something that I'm doing. I lost money in crypto before, but I was leveraging. So I think I lost 1.8 in crypto. I think half of it was leverage. Probably more was leverage because I was leveraging on the leverage. You know. So like actual my money in crypto, I lost 1.8 that I had in there for the amount of time that I was doing it, but like my own money wasn't that much. Probably like a couple 100,000. This time I lost like 1.5 of my own money.
Wow.
I'm trying to turn it around. I think I will, maybe, probably not. But I'll make it work where like in the future it'll make sense. It's pretty hard to lose when you're doing things on your own control. Like I might lose now, but it's really on me. So like I'll turn it around here. You know, it might take a couple months, might take a year or two, but I'll turn it around and eventually be good.
You know, the investments, good investments, bad investments. When someone makes their first 100K, what do you recommend they should do with their first 100K?
How did they make the 100K? Like they made it out of one deal, one client. Like they saved up by making this much.
Good question. No one's really asked that.
Bro,
Saving up, working a
Let's
job.
just say, yeah, they worked their job, they made their first 100K. They started a business, side hustle.
Okay. How long did it take them to make the 100K?
And get in detail.
Bro, I need, bro.
You need the
Like,
context?
I need more context, bro. Because like, if you made the 100K like in like a month, I'm like, yo, bro, spend the whole 100K to do it again, like you know. But if
Fair
it took you like a long time to make that 100K, then definitely be a little more careful.
Let's give you a scenario. First year, quitting the job, entrepreneurship, they made their first 100K. What should they do?
Switch fucking job or entrepreneurship. 100K in the first years, it's not much anymore, bro. It really isn't.
They shouldn't spend a dime.
No, I'll just say you just go do something else. Just learning to go to something else.
Got it. What would you invest in if you had like, you just made your first 100 bands? What's the first thing you would do?
Bro, you gotta understand, I made like nearly 3 million when I was 19. You know what I mean? If I just made 100,000, but okay, so and I have all the knowledge that I know now.
Or add a zero. You made your first million. What would you do?
Oh, what I do with it?
Yeah.
Reinvest it to the business. You understand, bro? Like, this is giving me money. Like, this is how I made it. So it's like, I don't understand how people will make so much money or whatever, a little bit of money. And then their next step is like, let me go find a way to somewhere else to like do this. Like, bro, you have a proven strategy. You have a proven model. You make this million like this. Why do you have to go somewhere else now? Just focus on it. Like, diversify your own thing. Grow your own thing. You know, I never really understood that. Unless like you're in crypto and you like basically did something where like, boom, you made $1 million and got out. And like now you can do it again. That I understand. But if you made it through a business, bro, keep growing the business that made you that million. Make it 2, make it 3. I think that's why, bro, I love business. You know what I'm saying? Because once you own a business, it's a matter of growth. It's like you'll be paid from that business for the rest of your life. And if you want to get something crazy amount of money, just sell the business. Sell partially a little bit of it. If you ever have to. You get me? When you do other stuff like crypto, whatever, Forex, investments here and that, you know, it's never like this. It's like this. You get me? With business, it's actually, it looks like this. If you zoom into it, it's like this, but it's still like this. You get me?
Like the Bitcoin chart.
Like with a business, yes, you're going to have this. But once you zoom out, it still looks like this. With anything else, bro, it's just like this, maybe like a little bit going up. With a business, bro, it's just a matter of you being able to adapt, being able to evolve with it, and being able to grow it, right? If you grew a business with $1,000 and then you have 10, grow it with 10, and grow it with 100. As you make more, just keep growing it.
Makes sense.
That's what makes sense for me, bro. Like I don't understand any of this other stuff around because the best ROI will always be in a business. Not only will you make more money, not only will you have more cash flow coming in, but your business also worth more. So it's like you're kind of making money twice. You get me? The more I grow my business, the more money I make. But also the more money the business is worth, which I own. It's like I'm double dipping from doing one thing.
Makes so much sense. What's a number for you that would make you happy? in terms of finances? Like, what is a number to make you comfortable? You know,
I don't think that's a number. We got offered, I think it's been over a year now, 174 million for my business, and we said no. We got valued at 204 million at one point.
Was that the entire portfolio, everything?
Everything, and I had to work for I think 3 years. Well, the thing is, we got a LOI, letter of intent. We
Yeah.
didn't really take it past that, but it was basically talked about like I would have to work for like 3 years as well for them.
As well, like a
As a
CEO, chairman, something like that.
CEO, not chairman.
that's
Yeah.
amazing, bro. I mean, congratulations. You're 25, getting an offer like that. That's fucking huge, bro.
Thanks.
Uh,
I mean, like, I feel like the whole selling a business sounds amazing to me. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to experience that. But at the same time, my biggest fear that when that happened was a wake up call. So I was like, wow, somebody's willing to pay that much for a business that I made comfortable for me. Because like honestly, if you at that time, if you bought my business, you would have made a lot of money. But like I just made the business be comfortable for me. Like I had 30 cars in my house in New York in the garage. You get me? Because my whole thought process was like, okay, well, if all my guys are busy, worst case scenario, so a client needs to get a car, everything's already being handled. I'll just go answer myself and give him the car. The car's on here. Rather than get an extra storage unit and then having to go there and do it. So the storage unit would be like $500 for each car, but my house is $2,000 a month, right?
Per car.
Per car. But I will keep them all in my house because, like, bro, I don't care. I just want the business to be comfortable for me. So when somebody offered me 174 million for that business, that I made it to be comfortable for me. I didn't make it to be the most amazing thing on earth. I just wanted to keep my lifestyle and grow it and grow it and grow it. I was like, how much more will they pay if I work to make this to be the biggest thing Ethan Duran can actually build? So within that time frame, boom, I got a second building in Brooklyn. I got the building here in Miami. I got a place in Boston that I got half of it from another guy, and I already had a warehouse in LA. You can come in and do all that stuff. So within like the next 3 months after that offer came in, I was like, watch this. Like, I'm gonna make this where somebody could go ahead and actually buy it and be easy to buy. Because if we even like agreed to it and like you got deep into it, would have been like, yo, like this business is definitely like super profitable and makes money, but it's gonna take him some work to like move it around now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That makes sense. So you made it ease of use for you, but now you're packaging it up where anyone can plug themselves in.
No, I'm just going as the best I can. I won't sell anytime soon. Because the thing is, the way that I thought about it as well, it's like, no matter what I do, unless I do something super crazy, my bank account goes like this every single month, right? Every single month, it goes like this. I might do some crazy shit, it'll go like this, but then it'll go like this. If I sold, my bank account will be here now, but it'll be like this, you know? Because I'll start spending more, and I won't be making more than I'm spending. When you're a business owner, and you make a decent amount of money, you not that you budget yourself, but you know what you can spend. Because I know how much I'm making, right? I have an idea of what I'm making. I don't know exactly how much anymore, but I have an idea of what I'm making. I know what I made last month. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can do that.
So what did you do last month?
1.7.
That's crazy, bro.
Take home?
Congratulations.
Thanks. Take home, I don't want to say. Sorry.
I respect it nonetheless. That's
How much
amazing.
you spend on yourself, like family, you?
Last month I probably maybe like spent like 150K, 200K. Like personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the thing is like a lot of my cars that I own like now they're like cash. Like I buy them in cash now. Like I don't really have expenses on them. I still have a few that I have a loan on them. But the more money I started to make, the more I just wanted to buy cars in cash. Because like for example, when I got the SF90, so $11,300 a month, I put 200K down for it. I was kind of like thinking like when I go on vacation, I'm like, damn, I have all these payments to make. Obviously, I make a lot of money, so it's fine. But after like a week or 2 weeks on vacation, you kind of thinking like, I should probably go back, you know? As opposed to when I started buying cars in cash, I got a title at home. It's more like, doesn't matter, just have it there. So like now, like cars for myself personally, I'm buying in cash. But I would say cars is like my biggest expense. I don't know, going out, I guess, and traveling as well. But it depends, bro. Like I have some months where like I'll spend like $600,000. Then I have some months where I'll spend like 150, 200K.
That's fire.
What's your favorite car?
It's between my FA and my SF90.
Oh, you're a Ferrari guy.
I'm a
Me too.
huge Ferrari guy.
Me too.
Huge Ferrari guy, bro.
That's crazy.
And if you see both my specs are insane.
That's amazing.
You ever, with all the money you make, you ever got like kind of people trying to steal from you or take from you?
Nah. I have a pretty good circle. I don't want to say on on camera or for anybody watching this that I'm a scary guy because I'm not. Look at his face, right? Like I'm a nice guy. But I don't see anybody with a good brain doing anything
For real.
that could have consequences with me. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a bad way. I'm just answering the question as honest as I possibly can be. Like I don't, bro. I leave my car keys. Like my team comes to my house all the time because I like to work in my home office a lot. Like I have to like wake up and go to the office next door and get more work done. Like a lot of people have this crazy like morning routines. I'm like, yo, bro, that's why you're not making money. It takes you 3-4 hours to even get to work. I'll wake up, get to the office, get to work right away. Meetings, get everything done as fast as possible. So bro, like my team has access to my house, like my Instagram, like my emails. But much of my team members have my social security number. You know, like But like I said, I have an environment, a circle, the person I am, and what they know, where not only they don't want to, but I'm pretty sure they understand it wouldn't really be smart to.
100%.
I've had like money lost because like we do a lot of like yearly deals, monthly deals, like a lot, bro. Like last 2 years, we've been doing a lot of like yearly deals where somebody will pay 150K, 130K for a year, all up front for a whole year.
Oh wow.
And obviously, I have like people go ahead and pick up the cash. Some of these guys, bro, God bless what they do. None of my business. You know, I do my job and I pay my taxes and do whatever, right? But they'll pay, bro, and like 130K, there'll be hundreds, 20s, even ones in there. So like, there's been times where like money has been misplaced. Same guy, he's fired.
True.
There's that, but never like I don't believe he like stole or anything like that though.
True. Let's say every knowing everything that you know now, what advice would you give to the 18-year-old, 17-year-old self?
Obviously it's like tough because like I would say buy crypto because like, now I would know, you know. But I don't know, you know, if I change anything, maybe I wouldn't be here today. The qualities that I have now are still the same from when I had younger, like a couple years ago. I'm just more mature, maybe more calm, spend less money. But at the same time, it's like if I spent less, maybe else would be here. So you really can't change anything. I see the only advice I would give myself is think bigger, quicker.
I like that. Think bigger, quicker.
Yeah.
Same.
Like just think bigger, quicker. Like stop thinking about just like how you're gonna do this and start thinking about how you're gonna do this for everybody. Like if I was thinking that back then, the money I would be making now would be even crazier.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
Last question for me. What do principles mean to you?
Principles mean to me, I think the same thing they mean to you, bro. Like, look, I got here, you offered to pay my parking. I was like, no. You know, you got me Celsius, got me a protein shake. It's like principles mean treating other people how you want to be treated and just being the best version of yourself you could possibly be. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It might be the hottest girl in the world. What are people saying about you? You know, like I can go to any restaurant in New York and bro, probably like I can sit down anywhere, no problem. And it's not because I have money. It's not because they idolize me. It's because I take the time to learn everybody's name, to shake their hand, to ask about their life. And the next time I meet them, bring up that conversation before. How's this going on? How's your leg? Did your daughter get into the school you wanted to get into, you know? Or like, look, I got an AP from the store the other day. It's been like a couple months now. And I was the first person, she told me, to ever go in there with flowers for the whole staff. I brought flowers, like big thing of flowers for the whole staff of females. It's like, I think principles is like legitimately being a good person.
Wow.
Being a great human fucking being.
Love that. With that, any questions you want to add?
No.
Anything you want to mention before we hop off?
I
Your
think that's for
tags will
having me.
appear. Y'all go follow Ethan. Keep up with what he's doing, man. Go visit him in New York. No knock on his window though.
You can't knock on my window, it's too high.
Oh, there. But this was an awesome episode of the Principles Podcast. Got cool guests coming for you. We'll be dropping all the YouTube videos every Friday, so definitely stay in touch, and we'll see you next time.
Yo, thanks for having me, guys.